Here we're going to take a look at bolt throwers and their skewer effect. Just note that here this is actually a unit of 2 bolt throwers. It was just modelled this way because it was really hard to get 2 of the war machines on 2 bases. Here the unit of bolt throwers is shooting at a unit of chaos warriors. The line of flight of the bolts goes from the closest point on the bolt thrower unit to the closest point on the target unit, the chaos warriors. Here it will be down this line. So this stand of chaos warriors will be hit, and there's no stands directly in contact behind it that can be hit by the skewer effect. So this chaos warrior unit will take 2 attacks from each of the bolt throwers for a total of 4 attacks. Here the unit of bolt throwers is attacking a unit of chaos warriors that has a unit of marauders directly behind it. Again, the line of fire of the bolts goes from the closest point on the bolt throwers to the closest point on the chaos warriors. Here we can see that the skewer effect will go through to the marauders that are in contact behind the chaos warriors. So the chaos warriors will take 2 attacks from each of the bolt throwers for a total of 4, and the marauders will take 1 attack from the skewer effect from each of the bolt throwers for a total of 2 attacks. Here the units are in a slightly different position. The bolt throwers are shooting at the chaos warriors, and because the marauders are offset, the line of fire passes only through the chaos warrior unit and does not touch the marauders with the skewer effect. That means that the warriors will take 2 attacks each from the bolt throwers for a total of 4, and the skewering will have no effect. Here the bolt throwers are firing at the chaos warriors. The line of fire from the closest point on the bolt throwers to the closest point on the chaos warriors passes through the first chaos warrior stand and then into the chaos warrior stand directly beside it. It doesn't touch the marauders. Because of that, the closest stand would take 2 attacks each from the bolt throwers, and then the next stand would be skewered for 1 attack from each of the bolt throwers. That means the chaos warriors are taking a total of 6 attacks. The marauders are unaffected. Here the unit of chaos warriors is in a column. That's a bad idea. The bolt thrower will fire at them, and its line of fire will pass through the first stand and skewer the second stand. So the first stand will take 2 attacks from each of the bolt throwers, and the second stand will take 1 attack from each of the bolt throwers for a total of 6 attacks. Note that the third stand is unaffected. The skewering can only affect 1 additional stand behind the first. Here the bolt throwers are shooting at a unit of dragon ogres. The line of fire between the closest point on the bolt throwers and the closest point on the dragon ogres passes down this line. We can see here that after exiting the first stand, it's going to touch the stand beside it as well. So here, the first stand will take 2 attacks from each of the bolt throwers, and the second stand will take 1 attack each from the skewer, and so that results in 6 attacks on the dragon ogres. In this slightly different position, the line of fire will only pass through 1 of the dragon ogres here. So that means that each of the bolt throwers will only do 2 attacks on the first stand of dragon ogres hit for a total of 4 attacks. Finally, here the bolt throwers are shooting at a unit of chaos warriors, and a little way behind them is a unit of chaos marauders. The bolt throwers' line of fire will pass through the chaos warriors, but it can't cross the gap into the marauders. So here, each of the bolt throwers will have 2 attacks on the chaos warriors, and there'll be no attacks on the marauders. Even a very small gap is enough to stop the skewer effect.